Crazy Superman here. Hamster number 7 dropping the bomb.
Denied.
Electric personal transportation fun devices. That's the topic of today. Over the years, I have collected several different type of electric transportation fun and dangerous devices. So you can sort of see this is basically three different categories. We will start with the long type board type of device where you stand sort of sideways and you use your body leaning forward, leaning backward to control the direction. Now with the kick scooter, because of the handlebar, it makes balance on it easier. And also with left turn, right turn, it include the bicycle component so that it makes transition from the traditional bike to the longboard device easier. And another category is the gyro self balance transportation device. This kind is really intuitive. You are using your body leaning forward, leaning backward, and using the knee bar to control the direction of your turning. There are also the EUC device where you are on one wheel, and these also connect with your body. However, it is not self-balanced. So when you ride this, you have to manually balance the transportation device. Now, they all have its advantage and disadvantage. First, I want to talk about the pro of every type of device. For the long board type of device, because of the design structure where they are very light and also the wheels easy balance, the efficiency of the battery on this is the best. If it's very easy to go high speed, it's very easy to balance on this, and if I need to go to a place really fast, efficiently, quickly, this will be my top choice of getting to my destination. Especially with handlebar, it makes balance, make everything much easier. And that is also why this is the best selling electric transportation device ever in sort of human history, because it's fast, efficient, economical, everything is just so good about it. Now, next is the Segway side-by-side wheel hoverboard type of device. Now, the advantage of this is it's like the extension of your legs. You are able to stand on it and stand still at where you are. So, for example, like this. When you are waiting at traffic light, when you are going to an elevator where you have to be stand still, not moving around because there will be other people around you. This is the only device that's capable of doing that. Also, it gives you most stable platform where you can be drinking coffee, you can be carrying grocery, and it's two hands-free operation. So this is very cool, awesome. One of my favorite device of all time ever. And next category is the UC, the one wheel electric unicycle transportation system. Now, with this, the advantage is it's extremely tiny, right? It's so small, very easy to hide in your car as your last mile solution. And a lot of them come with a trolley handle. So, for example, when you arrive at a store, then you can use the trolley handle to walk around. Now with this, your one hand need to be using the trolley handle, so you'll be having only one hand left to do your grocery. So for doing grocery, this is not as good as the Segway device where you have two hands free. However, this one, a lot of the EUC has much higher capacity, power, and range in comparison of the three group. So there are many advantages of each category, and it's also important to understand the disadvantage. So you know the pros, the cons, and you know which type to choose for your lifestyle. Now, with longboard type of device, the disadvantage of this is turning. Because it's really long, when you try to make turn in tight space, this is extremely difficult. For example, when I park this inside my home, I have a narrow pathway where I need to make it turn around. It's very difficult. You have to lift it up, turn. You have to make sure you don't bump into things. And sometimes you're going through narrow pathway. You need to make a 180-degree turn. You have to get off, kick it, turn it. So this is very trouble at tiny space when you need to make big turn. So that's the one disadvantage of the board type of transportation system. Now, with hoverboard, the Segway self-balance system, the disadvantage of this one is when you going through bumps. Like if you head straight on to a bump, even though the bump is not that big, it will leap up into the air and it will fail. That's the inherent design of the device. It's the danger when you go through bump. You must have one wheel leaving at ground contact for gyro to work for the balance. So when you go over bump, you need to go on at a 45-degree angle. If you hit straight on like this, boom, you would fall. And I fall many times because of this inherent design flaw. Until I learned at every bump, when going up, I must first turn 45 degrees using one wheel as the first contact to go over. And once I go over, the other side turn to go over. So this is the only disadvantage of the hoverboard type of device. If you don't learn this correctly, you will keep falling many times. Now the disadvantage of the EUC is because it's manual balance. So this is extremely difficult, especially for beginner. Even you try to do it every day, you practice every day, it will still take 1 to 2 weeks for you to learn the very basic of mounting and balance. Like basically, you have to be using your feet left, right, and front, back, to control and maintain balance. And in the beginning, you would probably able to ride just 5 minutes, your feet will be super sore. You need very strong foot muscles in order to ride this. And most people will just quit in the first couple of days of trying. Now you can learn this in a few days. This it take at least couple of weeks to know just the basic. And you need like 3 months to master riding EUC. So that's a big disadvantage of this type of device. Now, if you are somebody very determined, very talented, and you can overcome the obstacle, this could be a very good and very useful transportation device. Looking at the learning curve, the board type of device is the easiest to learn. With the e-skateboard, because it's already on four wheel, it's already balanced. You just have to make sure you don't fall off from acceleration and from the brake. Now with the handlebar, it's even much easier because when it accelerate or when you are braking emergency because of a handlebar, you can easily balance on it. So with this type of device, it takes you only 1 day to become a master. Like I learned writing this in like 1 hour. I just hop it on, use the remote control. Remote control look like this. Oh, I didn't bring it. It's on my table. So just 1 hour practice, you can become fairly good at it. It just you need to be in a pretty straight roll or easy to turn roll. Otherwise, difficult to turn around. So learning curve, this is the easiest. And the next easy to learn is the Segway hoverboard. For most people, you can learn this in about 30 minutes and become good in 3 days. Once you learn how to speed up, balance, left, right, it takes 3 days to become a good average rider on this type of device. And finally, is the EUC. This is, you almost have to be an acrobat in order to ride this type of device. On YouTube, you'll be seeing many expert review, top rider of EUC doing all kinds of crazy stunt. But once you bought it yourself, it's not like that. The EUC skill take a long time to develop. Even after 2 weeks, you can only do very basic straight. Even after 1 month, you can barely just at the beginning of learning how to turn properly, able to do S, left, right, left, right. Um, it takes at least 3 months to become competent rider and knowing all the basic and safety for getting on the road. So this is the probably toward the end of our video, summary and conclusion. Because of the battery technology, is personal transportation become really fun and awesome with a lot of choice and types to fit everyone's lifestyle. Like if I'm going to a grocery to pick up some eggs, some milk, some vegetable, Segway type of hoverboard is the best because I'll be having hands free. I can pick different items and then go to grocery, go to lineup. I can stand still. Now, if I am gonna go out and I need to get to a place really fast, this type of longboard device is the best. It's used very little battery, can go very long distance, and it's the fastest to get to a destination. Now, because it's long, so it's not so easy for storage. Now, if I want to bring something that high in my car in the trunk, and then I need to park far away and use it as a last mile solution, EUC is the best because they're so small, so tiny, easy to handle, easy to store inside your house. This is a big one, long one, kind of not so easy for storage. As well as the Segway type because it's so wide. It's big, heavy. This is not easy to store as well. So these are many electronic fun transportation device. Depends on your lifestyle. You pick whatever you like. And that's the end of the video. Any question about any of this device, you can comment below. I always try to answer every question personally, and I really enjoy the interaction with the audience. So, thumb up, subscribe if you like this type of content, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Bye for now.